Hey everyone, welcome back to The Extra Mile with Whitewater Freight. I'm your host, William Bochkay, and let's just dive right in. So I've had something on my mind recently. It's not just about logistics, but more about people and assumptions and the way that we do business. And here's something that you might not expect from somebody that's in a client-facing role. I'm not real big into objection handling. It irks me. I don't like it. I don't like when people do it with me. The whole thing, it kind of feels a little bit manipulative. Like I'm trying to change someone's mind rather than just listen to what they're really saying. And honestly, I'd rather spend my energy running with people who are already headed in the same direction. And also, here's the truth. No one really wants their mind changed. They want to arrive at a conclusion themselves. They want space to think, not pressure to pivot. So every once in a while, we'll hear things like, hey, we don't work with brokers. And guess what happens then? We wish them well, truly. I mean, why hold anything against anybody or have any ill feelings or try to convince them that they're wrong? It's not going to work. So we wish them well and go on about our business. We're not here to twist arms. We're here to work with people who want to work with us, who get what we do and why we do it the way that we do. And you know what? That mindset that people have about brokers, it's often shaped by very real, very valid experiences. They've been burned. They got stuck with a partner who didn't follow up, didn't communicate, or didn't care. I hear this often, especially being a 3PL in Cincinnati. But let me say this clearly. It's not the industry, it's the people. It's how they're trained, it's how they operate, it's the culture of the company. I've worked with incredible carriers who I would go above and beyond for anything that they needed. I've also worked with terrible carriers that I will never do business with again. Doesn't mean that I throw out the entire lot of carriers. It just means that I'm very selective in who I choose to do business with. I've seen rockstar brokers as well. And I've also talked to brokers that I will never, ever want to talk to again. And same goes for restaurants, gyms, doctors, banks, lawyers, pretty much every industry. The problem isn't a category. It's how the people in that category choose to show up. And they show up in lots of different ways. Having assumptions about how they're going to show up just because of what category they're in is very misguided. And it really means that we're showing up for other people wrong. At Whitewater Freight, I'm proud to say that we show up the right way. We have low turnover because consistency matters, transparent communications because nobody likes to be left in the dark, proactive tracking and GPS tracing because accountability should never be an option, fair treatment for carriers because good partnerships start with respect, value-added services in everything that we do because you deserve more than the bare minimum. If you're ever actually on hold for our company, which is very few and far between, but if you ever are, you'll hear a series of dad jokes. Because what use is it just having us say, hey, we're sorry you're on hold? You might as well try to entertain you in the process. You know what happens when you get the opposite of all of these things? You end up with a 3PL that makes you feel like you never want to work with another broker again. And it's a shame because it didn't have to be that way. Here's where I want to tie this back to something bigger than logistics. How often do we write people or entire groups off because of one bad experience? Probably far too often. How often do we close the door based on the actions of somebody who should have never had a key in the first place? Whether it's business or life, we have to learn to separate the person from the category, to judge people how they show up, not by where they came from or what label they wear. Because just like every 3PL is not created equally, not every person in your life fits in the stereotype you might attach them to. So yeah, I'm proud to be part of a 3PL that actually cares. I'm proud to work with people who actually care about what they're doing and doing things the right way. If you've had a bad experience with a broker or anything else in life, don't let that experience close the door for good. Instead, stay open. Look for the people who are doing things differently, who care more, who show up. If that sounds like the kind of people you want to work with, I'm pretty sure you know where to find us. So here's where the rubber meets the road. Have you ever judged an industry
Mhm.